Good morning, everyone. It's finished quickly, and I am not alone today. So let's come on in, hang on out. If you want to join the stream, check out the bar. We're going to get going here at the top of the hour. Good morning, everyone.
Good
And
morning.
welcome, Jeff, to the stream. I figured if anyone wants to join in on the stream today, check out the pinned message. So, good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Roger. Good morning, Mike. I threw out the intro together like in 30 minutes yesterday, by the way. So, hope everyone's doing well. Thank you to Jeff for being on this morning. I didn't ask him. I just posted the link and he hit it. So,
well, I'm off today, so it's kind of nice to work for a company that actually has holidays off.
Right.
Although the rest of the world, other than the U.S., is working today, but the U.S. is off. So
Yeah, I know. My team's busy at it today. Oh, okay, I guess No Code wants us to remind us that Taco Cat spelled backward is Taco Cat.
Tacos,
Taco sounds good.
street tacos.
Double bonus pole dance. Wow.
Double bonus pole dance.
That's
Damn,
Kevin
dude.
for you.
Yeah.
Kevin's gonna get hit with some bad weather next couple days. We're not. It's gonna stay all north and up by him.
Lucky him.
Right. So shouldn't be too bad. For once, National Weather Service spared me. I guess they got tired of me complaining about getting hit every week.
Now, we still have not got any snow. We got a bunch of rain last week, but no snow. And then the people that complain about the cold, they're going to complain about the heat in the summer. They're just never happy.
No, we're not. No. Sorry, I'm looking at APRS right now.
That's all right. I'm monitoring a bunch of things also. Not my phone like we talked before about, but
let me
I was just repositioning a few things on my screen.
Do this. We'll get my screen on here.
Kevin, that would be a good idea to do so that you don't break.
But yep, just monitoring APRS. Someone just popped up out at the airport out here. So yeah, pretty good, pretty nice day today. We're going to have like mid 50s out here. So well, maybe not mid 50s, 50s nonetheless. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, that was like yesterday. We had it was like 53, but the wind was blowing, so it felt a lot colder than it was. But I still went out and did an activation.
Oh yeah, I think Kevin. I think you're right. You're going to probably need to lower the wires because you guys are supposed to have an icy mess up there today, or not today, but next couple days. I'm surprised Node Code hasn't clicked that link and come in here. He likes to eavesdrop in on stuff on occasion. I mean, I saw him running the after chat for Josh that one time.
Nice.
So, but yeah, no, should be a good day. I should check the VHF propagation. No. Last week, Kevin, we changed that. We went from 5 likes to 10. You guys got to work for these dances now.
Yeah, you want to dance? You got to work for it, baby.
Let's see. VHF propagation. See how it's looking today for us.
That's how I find everything. I just Google it. It's like, yeah, that's the site I want. I'd have too many bookmarks.
Well, I guess we don't have any real good VHF propagation here.
Well, sometimes you got to zoom out then zoom back in.
Yeah.
I've noticed with that site.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. It's weird how that works. Even the older version of that website was like that too.
I should be able to talk down to Illinois today. He's stuck on an island.
Just remember that no man is an island.
If
you know that reference.
I do know that reference.
Actually, there's another reference I was thinking about, but I know the other reference too, where it comes from. So now I got that song stuck in my head for crying out loud.
Good job, Jeff. Good job.
I'm good for that. Anything with music, that's me. The curse of being a former musician.
Yeah, say, who's hanging out here? And there is no hotel right there, so
Kevin's going to get all of his YouTube channels to like the video.
I think he likes that dance stuff. I don't know. Kind of worry about him sometimes.
Well, maybe it's the fact that I've joined. Well, maybe not, but I know I had a little bit more entertainment because what I do, because I'm just kind of nutty like that.
I was gonna say, is there anything going up around him? Nope. Nothing going. No one on APRS up around Kevin.
That's Dings.
I think one of these is a POTA park around him.
A what park?
POTA park.
Oh.
Well, it's one of these areas around here is where he does all of his parks on the air videos. Oh, there it is, Beats Lake.
There's that's the APRS map.
Yep.
But someone from my club email chain group thingamajig mentioned something about POTA parks listed on Google Maps. I just delete those emails, but I always pull it up, see what they're talking about.
That's all right. Oh gosh, Kevin did it. Kevin did it. No, I gotta find the dance track now.
Oh, 11, I see.
I gotta find the dance track.
Oh boy.
I don't know if that can even be heard right there. I don't think it can be. Hold on. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna add the dance track now. Present. I think it's technically a video file. Here it is. I can hear it. I think we've got enough dance track.
Yeah, I do air drums.
We got Kevin.
Oh, Lord. There's Kevin.
Go back to this. Shooter. Oh, Shooter got us in over there too because the random wire came in. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Shooter Ready Stand By, the random wire, his channel. Check him out. Kevin was making contacts. He posted on Facebook yesterday. He did pedal power with Eric over in Hawaii.
Nice.
So
I got to work some things out with Hawaii and Alaska. They're just like, I think Alaska is 6 hours behind me, 5 hours. And Alaska's, I want to say 8. I could be wrong, or it could be 6.
Is that Paul?
But every time they're on the air, it's like nighttime here.
Yeah. Sorry, I was wondering. This looked like a different call sign from Iowa, but it's W0YR is Paul. So his repeater's acting up lately. I can't scan my local set of repeaters, otherwise it gets hung up on his. Someone's got a. I'll turn it up. You'll hear it catch in the background because it sounds like someone's always keying on it. That's just 20 meters. Looks like we got quite a few out activating right now.
Yeah, I see several call signs I know.
Again, that threw me. WYOR. That's that same repeater. That's Paul's. We need to go fox hunt that one down. He's talked about it. Maybe we'll just go to this. So, what have you been up to lately, Jeff?
Work.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, other than that, I've been doing a lot of VEing, remote VE stuff. So that's been fun. That keeps me occupied with doing stuff at night. But I finally got my voiceover stuff started for an informational video that I've been planning on for months. So I got the actually the easy part. I just kind of kicked out I use PowerPoint, well, Keynote, which is Mac's version of PowerPoint, and got that information all kicked out. And then one night I just said, heck with it. And I started talking. And now I'm going through editing all of that. So
Nice. And again, everyone, if you would like to join the stream with us today, I pinned the link in the comments. So there's a link at the top of the comments. Go ahead and hit that. You can join Jeff and I today. Happy President's Day, which is the reason why Jeff gets to join us. Again, I'm just checking out very different things. Yeah, that ping out at the airport here, I think that's someone just picked a location because that ping hasn't moved. And that particular individual likes to troll me. So,
what you could always do to stop the trolling.
So, Jeff was the president. Good morning, Plasma. How you doing, buddy? Nah, I'm just scanning between a couple different things. No, we're expecting some pretty nice weather here. I'm looking forward to the day, and unfortunately, I won't get out to do a park today or tomorrow. But I don't know. I'm going to try to record a video tomorrow here at the house. Plasma's just waking up. Man, I wish I could sleep that long. I was up at 2:30 this morning.
I was up also, hour earlier for me, for you, but yeah, I was up around that same time, but it was an hour earlier. I don't know why. I keep waking up around that time for some reason. I don't know why. And I even went to bed a little bit early-ish. Ish.
Yeah, no, I went to bed on my normal time I do on Duet on Sundays, but yeah, I for some odd reason woke up at 2:30, decided to come out, get my tax information rounded up, and get rid of that where you get sent off to the accountant. So, figure out what I'm going to do for work this week. I got 2 dogs sitting next to me fighting, so that's why I keep getting distracted by. They've already destroyed the couch.
Oh, dogs, what are you doing?
So, I don't know what they're chewing on now. What are you 2 chewing on now? I don't know.
Oh, did he get one too? Oh, no, he got I got an email from a local guy who I helped get into parks on the air, and he's showing me his stuff, and I'm like, wait, did you get the Buddy Pulse or Buddy Stick Pro? It's like, no, it's a cheap Chinese knockoff. So I started reading it while nothing was going on. So, all right. Yeah, I'd like to go out today because it's supposed to be warmer today. But it's cloudy, which is not a big deal. But it'll give me more content just to work on. I don't mind having some stuff like in the backlog that needs to be processed. But I already got 2 things right now.
Yeah, I just pulled up National Weather Service to see what they all got going on. Nothing around us. I was going to look for my forecast. Currently 28 degrees today right now with mist.
Speaking about weathers.
So it's going to be a nice day here in Central Iowa. I'll say that much. And I'm really looking forward to it. Not going to do much with it. We got a basketball game tonight. So
75 on Thursday.
Well, quit bragging.
No, but wait. Okay, 61 today, 58 tomorrow, 44 on Wednesday, 75 on Thursday, 47 on Friday, 34 on Saturday, 49 on Sunday. It's a freaking roller coaster, up and down, up and down. Yeah. You know, some people might want to stick their head to the side and puke from all the up and downs.
I don't want to relax too much on it, though, because, we do have storm chasing season, the storm season right around the corner here, especially with these roller coaster rides. I was just looking at our forecast. We're going to dip down in the 20s and 30s on Wednesday, Thursday, and then we're back up into the mid 30s and 40s.
Yeah, we were like that, too. It's just crazy. It's all because of some water temperature differences in the Pacific or something like that. I don't know.
It's interesting stuff. That's needless to say. It's interesting stuff. Oh, shoot. But yeah, no, I might fire up the HF, do a little POTA hunting. I might not. I've been working, like I said, get the truck and stuff ready for the chase season, which reminds me, guys, there is a link in the description below, or at least there should be a link in the description below for Buy Me a Coffee, and all donations go towards funding the channel. So I greatly appreciate anything that gets thrown into that. You guys have almost put an antenna on the house. And needless to say, we're going to have some truck work that needs to get done too. So that's going to probably need to get done regardless, though, of
what kind of antenna you got put on your house?
I was looking at one of those Comet or Diamond, like 17-foot VHF, UHF antennas.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on top of the tower. So, or on top of the tower, so that'll get us up there probably close to 50 foot with the antenna on the top.
Nice.
And that should get me to reach out pretty well. I'd have a lot better coverage than I currently do, and I can currently hit it a lot in Des Moines. So probably give me a good 40 to 50 miles. But I'm trying to see what they're talking about in chat. I see Justin and Plasma are talking about some people in Pennsylvania.
Yep. He says the weather sounds like his buddies out in PA, and I'm like, well, I'm pretty close to PA. But it depends on what part of PA you're talking about. I'm probably like 10 miles, I think, from the state line, maybe a little less. Look up the Wedge in Delaware, and I'm kind of near that. That's the closest state line that I'm near. The Wedge. Quite an interesting historical map making kind of screw up, compromise, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's funny how they did the mapping way back when, and how they decided that the state line will run across one of the parallels, one of the latitude lines, and it's crazy how they came up with stuff. And like the eastern part of the eastern part of Delaware, the state line goes all the way up to the shores of New Jersey.
Yeah.
On that entire section of the river, from one beach to the other. But as soon as you get to the shore, it's New Jersey. And then there's actually a little peninsula on the west coast of Jersey that's on the Delaware River that actually is Delaware. It's kind of like the little thing up in Minnesota that's up in Canada, and you can only get through it by a lake.
The Northwest Angle.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. It makes no sense. I'm like, just split down the river, the entire middle of the river. Just go down that way.
That's interesting.
Like I said, if you get into mapping and look at different things, it's weird how they decided on where boundaries should be.
Wow, that's funny. Yeah, you guys own like a little piece of New Jersey there.
Yeah, I could carry all the way up to the beach, but once I stepped on the beach, I can't carry anymore. Oh, that's crazy.
We were actually, the wife has been interested in doing train travel. So this morning I pulled up Amtrak and I was looking at different Amtrak routes. And it's one of those things where I like to drive everywhere, but if she wants to take a train, we can just we'll use the train. Like I'll spend the extra for the nicer Amtrak room, and we'll use that as the vacation, the actual, the trip.
Yep. I've heard people doing that before.
And, little pricey, but I think it might be cheaper than Vegas. But I don't think it'll be a this year thing. I'm just starting to play with it a little bit, look into it. So,
yeah.
And we do have a couple stops just south of us. So, I mean, we wouldn't have to drive out to Chicago. We'd be laying over in Chicago.
Yeah. Do you guys have any small regional railroads in your area?
No.
All right.
Everything's freight around here for them. Well, I can't say that. Boone's got the Scenic Valley Railway. But other than that, it's all freight.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that might be because well, the East Coast is the colonial area, and they had the all the railroad stuff early on, and then a lot of them got disconnected from like the freight lines and all that stuff. But there's a small railroad company, maybe called the Wilmington Railroad Company, that takes a train, an old time kind of train, and takes it through part of Wilmington, not the city itself, but the greater Wilmington area, into Hocassin and Greenville and the back roads of where I used to live and the nice Piedmont area, and then comes back around. I rode that once when I was a little kid, and I used to drive by there all the time. And it's really a cool thing to do.
Yeah. So I just dropped the link for the stream in there. If anyone else wants to come and hang out with Jeff and I mean, why not? It's a good time. At least we try to have a good time. And I know you guys see me looking off the sideline. I know the camera's right here.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the same way. My camera's like underneath me, underneath my my line of sight.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the screen and I'm not looking at my camera.
I need 3 monitors, and I need to stack them and put the camera in between, so that way I can look up at the chat and look at the StreamYard stuff and all that, and then I could have a separate window off to the side for various other things, like, hey, where's the dance track? I want to present this. That could be all off on the other screen.
Well, there is it's called Center Cam. You can look up at thecentercam.com or on Amazon. It's a little camera that kind of hangs down on your monitor, and it's like a little thin tube, and then the camera's at the bottom. So you're looking at the camera that's at the center of your screen. So it looks like you're looking like this at everybody.
Interesting.
Or this. I think it's like $150, $125 the last time I checked.
$119.97.
Yeah. Very interesting. Definitely. Probably use it for multiple things. If you stop like live streaming, you could always use it for, I don't know, guest live streaming or Zoom chats or whatever you might get into. But
I'm gonna say this: Plasma is probably 100% right with that. I probably still would be looking everywhere.
Yeah, because I'll be like, hey, what's going on over on Discord and what's going over here? It's like one of my VE sessions. We got all these windows up and we got to move around and see what's happening. Then you got to talk to the candidate and you're still going to look everywhere.
Yeah. So you said you're working on some video stuff, some instructional stuff, Jeff?
Yeah, I have a bunch of ideas. It's just getting them down. One will be the one I'm working on now is about the Parks on the Air map. I don't think it's been covered that much, and I really don't like doing the videos where people have already done them to death. Like when the Bistick Pro came out, everyone had a video on it. And when the FTM 500 Yaesu radio just was announced, everyone did a video. Come on, that's just crazy.
So what about our map? What about the map? Give us a sneak peek. What about the map?
You see all those yellow dots?
Yeah.
What do they mean? What does anything mean?
That's people's houses, right?
You're sending out smoke signals.
No, that's what I do after the stream in the backyard in the fire pit.
I started singing the song, but no, the yellow dots. There's a lot of them. Ever since I've been in the program, I've seen like people are always asking, "Is that where I activate from? Is that where the park is? Why isn't there a dot for a park in this other state?"
Yeah.
So I don't think many people have covered it. I think maybe a very small handful have mentioned some information, but I thought it was a good informational thing I could do.
And I'm hopefully I'm not going to ruin your video here, Jeff, but I don't know if people know this, but if they actually click on more info, it gives you a lot more info on the park, including what they should have is a website. So
yeah, my mapping coordinator, who actually lives in Virginia, I have been trying to provide him with as much information as possible. Because there's
my mapping coordinator lives like a mile that way.
You're lucky. I don't know if I want to take over the position, but it'd be nice to. Just the fact that I know the state and I know the different quirks of certain parks, and that I'll mention them in my video too. But Delaware has a few weird things. I'm sure there's other states that have parks and wildlife areas that have multiple locations, but they mark one, and I give people like some resources of where to look in general, not just for Delaware. Although I mentioned Delaware a lot because this is what I know.
Yeah. But I see Kevin.
Yep.
He #1 out there. I think that park's like right down the street from him, though. Like you look at his videos when he's doing a Parks on the Air activation. He's at Beats Lake, and he's got his ATV or UTV. So,
and his clamshell tent.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, John.
Hello, John.
He's another one of our local hams around here, John. So, welcome to
Cool.
the stream. Yeah, so there's a lot of information on that POTA on the POTA map, and Jeff will have a video out for us.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully shortly, because like he said, everything he said about like people not having questions and questioning about, I've heard that all locally here too. So we're not going to get into it on here. We'll wait for his video, but yeah, there's quite a bit of information on that. So I mainly just sit here and I pull the map up and I go, man, I really hate people in Omaha. These people over in Blair, I don't like them. Don't get me started about the people on the East Coast, Jeff.
Hey, not all people are like that.
But I sit here and I look where all these different entities are, and I'm not complaining because I've got a few really close.
Yeah.
But I don't have the clusters.
Yeah.
So, well,
I guess it's clustered here just because of the history of the East Coast. And again, with the colonial stuff, I'll bring that up again because that's where the country started and then everything went west. But there's a lot of more historical stuff that happened on the East Coast and probably down south too. I won't exclude the South because of the Civil War. Well, you had the Revolutionary War first and then the Civil War. So there's a lot of probably, I think that most battles happen down south. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a big Civil War buff.
it depends on what theater. It was mainly.
Yeah, I know it was like kind of like center-ish in a little western part.
Virginia, Pennsylvania, where it was a hot bath. But
yeah,
we also got to remember that Sherman decided to come down the Georgia and burn, I believe it was Savannah to the coast. No, it was
someone did. I don't remember who.
It wasn't Savannah. It was he went Atlanta to the coast, wasn't he?
No,
All I know is
Atlanta's not on the coast.
No, but he like torched.
Yeah, I think that was Savannah or
I think
North Carolina.
No, he
or
was
South Carolina. I mean, somewhere in South Carolina.
It was burning Georgia. He torched somewhere in Georgia all the way to the coastline. So I mean,
that could have been Atlanta. Yeah, but
now I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's just the fact that there's a lot of stuff historical on the, I guess, the eastern third of the U.S.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, when you go west, there's the more the natural, geologic and geographic entities that are out there, like Yosemite, Yellowstone. I can't think of anything like the Four Corners National Park and Redwood, Muir Woods. Just all of that stuff is more out there. I mean, there's some geologic and geographic stuff over in the East Coast. Not near me. Of course not. Why? Delaware's mostly all coastal plain.
I found it. He torched Atlanta. And then he started doing that with cities he came onto when he was working his way over. Someone just keyed up Toad's DMR.
Oh, I don't have my DMR radio set up.
So, you guys came for a short live stream. You didn't know I was going to give you a history lesson here, too.
It's always good to know your history.
Yeah, I love Civil War history. I really do. Uh-oh. Watch out, guys. Hold on. Got to pull this back up. State troopers are out. We got a bear in the air. Let's see where they're running radar today. It looks like he's already making a turn. That doesn't mean anything. He had to take off. Well, maybe that does mean something. Maybe this area of Ankeny, the I-35, he's clocking. You just found out that there were caves in Florida plasma. Okay.
Yeah, there's caves in Florida. There's caves in a lot of places.
Caves in Iowa.
Yeah, it's just a geologic feature that happens, and I won't go into the science behind it, but yeah.
There's caves in Wisconsin, but a lot of them were man-made because they lived like badgers out there.
Budgers, budgers, budgers. Budger, 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 budger. Do you know
More-
that
more-
one? Might be a little
More,
bit before your time.
more
Budger,
history
budger,
on that
budger.
one. Actually, they named the state after the miners who used to mine into the or dig into the hillside of the mines were for their little huts or whatever. They said they lived like badgers, so that's how Wisconsin became the Badger State. And then the University of Wisconsin-Madison took that from the state. That's how the University of Wisconsin-Madison became the Badgers, is because they took the nickname from the state's nickname, the Badger State, from them. So that's how they became the Badgers. A little more history.
You don't need to have mountains or hills to have caves, Plasma.
Yep.
You just need an area of rock or soil or ground that gets eroded away. Doesn't matter the direction of the erosion. You could have a cave that goes like straight down and then turn to the west or something. It's just whatever might have happened at a specific time in prehistoric history that created that.
And I would make an argument that Nebraska or Kansas is flatter. I don't mind driving through Florida. Driving through Nebraska, no thank you.
I've never driven out there on my own. Did ride a bus on the West Coast up and down, but I never drove myself.
This trip, once you leave Lincoln, no. And on my last vacation, we were out here, and yes, I know I'm using ADS. We drove the entire width, and like normally I cut down and go through Colorado, but no, I drove the entire width of the Panhandle. Well, get out to Cheyenne. No, that was horrible.
Do you know why that area is so flat?
It's because the glaciers came through and leveled it.
Nope.
Okay, then I don't know.
Nope, because it was the bottom of the seafloor at one time. There was a big sea going through North America. I actually have a picture of it on my one of the last videos I did from Chesapeake and Delaware Canal, the one with the big mesosaxosaur on the thumbnail. So I'll have a map of that on there.
Yeah. I think we have confirmed where they are running radar at.
That looks kind of suspicious.
I think we have confirmed that the state of Iowa is clocking this particular stretch of I-35 right now. Ooh, there's someone apparently walking at 58 miles an hour.
That's the standard icon for APRS and a lot of radios.
Yeah, and like
it's kind of weird that even like
mine.
I think the whatchamacallits, the mobile base stations or mobile radios are the same way. They have that icon, and people they're like, I don't care. Me, I like to change my icons.
Well, I've always had mine as the vehicle because, like, during storm chasing season, this is where you're getting your APRS beacon. If you're following me on APRS, it's coming off this. It's not coming off my mobile unit.
I am the same way. So
it's one of those things where I always have my icon as a vehicle because you don't know. I could be on that handheld for the most part. So, but yeah, it should be it sounds like it's going to be a more intense storm season, and I'm hoping our weather pattern switches so it's more intense in the beginning of the week. Hold on, I actually got to go steal this because the dog's eating a Lego, so I got to step away.
Yeah, step away. So while he steps away, I don't know what to say, but it is today, not tomorrow.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. I was just kind of making nonsense. But your buddy, Ryan Hall, y'all, mentioned last week that March might be a stormier month than it has been.
Yeah. It looks like it's ramping up. We just need
Yeah.
the moisture and stuff to push up here for that to happen with us. And like I said, I hope it flips to the beginning of the week versus the end of the week. So that way I can get on some chases.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
everyone, Twistatala.
Tala.
She's getting into trouble this morning.
She looks like she wants to get into trouble.
Are you comfortable now? Yeah. Yep. Okay. I don't think we're going to get her in the truck for chasing this year. We'll have the other dog. We'll have my Storm Spot and Pooch. We'll leave Twistatala here to guard the house.
I'm surprised no one wants to join the stream.
I am shocked too. Yeah, John's right. We've been in a drought for the last 2 years. And right now people are kind of worried about like our river levels and stuff. As long as they keep getting snow up north, our river levels should be fine.
Oh yeah, it's all flows downstream, literally.
Yep.
No pun intended, but yeah. California was like that. They weren't getting the snow wasn't forming in the Sierra Nevada, so that's why they had their drought.
Yeah, and they're getting quite a bit of snow out there right now too.
Yeah, I heard the Lake Mead.
Yep.
It's starting to rise again, but I haven't really. It's weird because I had all these videos popping up on my one of my other YouTube channels that was just like all this Lake Mead's drying up. Oh, look what we found here. We found a dead body. Blah blah blah. All these videos, and then I started seeing, oh, the water level's rising, and then nothing after that.
We were actually out there when it was at its low. I think its lowest or second lowest level, and they were saying they had about 6 months if the drought continued the way it was, which they didn't anticipate it. They said they had about 6 months before they could not produce electricity.
Yeah, and I saw the photos of Hoover Dam, and that was like down. I was there, and I remember when the water level was all the way near the top.
Yeah,
and that was like 1984.
Yeah,
but yeah, they was so low, it's like almost down to a trickle, a little spritz coming out. That I thought was kind of scary.
Yeah, no, it was something like, because like we were just there 6 months ago, and like I said, I wish we could take a vacation this year, but we're not probably going to be able to. This is going to be the year I try to recover from Christmas. But
oh, my delivery was delivered.
Ooh,
it's probably sitting at my front door.
Your new antenna?
No, I already got that last week. I used it yesterday. No, it's something for the dog from Chewy. Chewy.
The POTA pug?
Alfred the POTA pug that is sleeping, I think, over there. I don't know where he's at.
I was going to say, I hear munching going on behind me. They're both at their dishes right now. Yeah, the POTA pug. We got the Storm Spot and Pooch, who's laying in front of his food bowl. We had Twistatala. I love my dogs. I'm waiting for nice spring weather to get out and do some parks. Right now, the reason why I'm not gonna be able to do parks the next couple of days is probably, well, it's not probably. I've got to go to the doctor tomorrow, so I can't go out tomorrow morning. And then the oldest has his last week of basketball, so
gotta get that finished up.
Yep, he's got 3 games this week: tonight, tomorrow, and Friday. Obviously, I won't be at the one on Friday because I'll be sitting in dispatch.
Working.
Yeah, at least looking like I'm working.
Exactly. Why work when you can make it look like you're working?
Right? As long as it convinces the boss I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, that's all that matters.
Yes, indeed. I
I
agree.
haven't got any phone calls yelling at me for what I did over the weekend, so apparently I've done a good job for this week. But they're talking about traveling and stuff. Oh, 51 out today, going to be a great day. Yes, it is. Garrett, I don't see you on the map, Garrett. You already make your way into work? I was going to say, Garrett's usually commuting. We caught him last week on the stream. Plasma and Justin just going back and forth in there. Keep looking over at that chat. That's fine. I mean, I don't mind. Enjoy the chat. That's what it's for. Enjoying things. You know, I should try to find something to get a Molson rant on, but I don't think I could rant as good as Molson.
Every time you say Molson, I think of beer.
I say last week on the clubhouse, Molson, hey, come on and make sure you're chatty. I'm sitting there waiting for a turn to talk.
We got Canadian going through the state. He's in New Jersey now, VE9CAS-9. He's jumped on the New Jersey Turnpike, ready for that fun time, let me tell you. Came up 95.
Nice.
All I see him is, come up from 95 just inside of Maryland and through Delaware, and now he's in Jersey. I'm not going to worry about trying to figure out where he was the past hour or 2 hours or whatever it was. That thing never seems to work right.
Garrett said he's going to be headed out of here soon. I might see him on the APRS map.
I'm sure that's how he got his name. I am sure. If you call people by the name of the beer or drink that they drink, it would be an interesting time for most people. That has some interesting names.
They would call me Tap.
They'd call me filtered.
Tap.
I'll drink it from the tap. Like I said, it'd be interesting to come up with some stuff.
I found him. Oh, let me get the bigger one out. Found Garrett. He's on the move. He appeared in chat and he's like, you'll be seeing me move. Yep. He's going 70 mile an hour down 141. We found him. Good. Oh. The stream is complete now. No, we got Garrett. No, I'm joking. We're not that easy to please.
Wow. APRS FI is just like slow as molasses for me.
Got everything zoomed in right now because if I go out too much.
Well, I just want to see like 6 hours of stuff because I want to see where this Canadian's been.
Who are you tracking?
He was like VE9CAS, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Alpha Sierra -9.
I'm looking up at Northern Iowa right now, where there's not a lot of people that travel.
It looks like he was driving. Oh no! Why would you use the same color for two different people? I don't know. I think this guy started somewhere in down in Virginia. Wait, is that Maryland? Although it's just a straight line, that doesn't make sense. But anyway, who knows? Whatever. That's just eating up too much processing time.
I was going to say, I could get on a little bit of a rant here. Yesterday, in our super secret Iowa only Discord, we had someone out activating a part. We were up at Ledges, and we had some individuals doing their normal lid thing, tuning up on his frequency, getting, transmitting right on top of him, all that other stuff. And the comment was made, man, is this common with parks on the air? And I'm like, sadly, yeah. It's very common. Everyone who is activated has had one of these individuals at one point in time tune up, tried to push them off frequency. It's very, very common.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. I preach Parks on the Air. I love the program. I just wish people would get their heads out of their backsides and say, hey, this is actually, this is helping radio. This is, you know, good for the hobby. Instead, we got these people that have been on since, the crest of time, right after Edison, or was it Edison that actually figured out the radio waves? Right after they figured out radio waves, the guys have been on the air since, the first radios. We have all of these guys, the guys that that were called hams originally because they were acting like hams on the radio and plugging up the businessman. We have these individuals that sit here and start complaining about these newer programs and stuff that are bringing people in. Not only that, not only are they bringing people into the hobby, it's actually helping the fight on obesity, because when you have summits on the air and parks on the air, sometimes you do a little hiking, which is good for your health. So not only is it improving the amateur radio community as far as operators, it's improving the health of the country or the world. So it is these programs, parks and summits, benefit the world. Grow the F up and just let us have fun.
Yeah, there was something I heard either in a podcast over the weekend. I want to say it was the This Week in Amateur Radio, or it was a video. But the people that cause the interference, the jamming, the rudeness, you're the ones that also complain that the hobby isn't growing and that it's dying. And what would you think if you were in our boots, in our shoes, you're doing a Parks on the Air activation for giggles, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
You were very into that kind of thing. Then you have some ding dong, I'll make it family friendly, come up and tune on top of you and consistently tune on top of you for a good X number of minutes. You'd be a little darn pissed. You'd
Yeah.
be in our boots or in our shoes and understand how we felt. Now, and if you want to complain about the hobbies dying and be like the sky's falling, Chicken Little, I mean, go ahead. It's your right to be a ding dong. But karma's kind of come around and get you one way
Yeah.
or another. Just remember that. Treat others how you want to be treated.
Well, and the thing is, a lot of these sad hams are also the ones that are refusing to be Elmers.
No,
I mean,
yeah, like I said,
I've had it around here. Like the experience I have within our local radio club. Me and another guy wanted to do a bunch of stuff, and we were just like, "Oh yeah, you guys do it. You guys do it." It's like you guys aren't going to support us, and then the whole fallout thing happened. Had it not been for Toads in the clubhouse, I would have put my radios up. I would have been done. I would have walked away because of these sad hams that I have here locally. So I mean, we got to have these people that think they know everything. You want to help your hobby grow. Why don't you be an Elmer? Why don't you go out and say, hey, let me help you get set up, let me help you do this. Oh, you see this program, well, I'm not into that. Why don't you go play with it, and then you come back and you can help tell me or teach me. That's what you're going to need to grow the hobby.
Yep. I've definitely helped people locally giving them information on Parks on the Air. Like I said earlier, this one guy messaged me or emailed me and talked about the antennas, and he's one of the people I helped out get into Parks on the Air. He found, well, he didn't find me because I talk about it, but he came to me asking for this information. I just freaking threw a bucket of info at him. So I gave him a lot of information, and he's been sharing with me what he does and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have some hams like that around here that they get on the repeaters and they just complain. If it's not one thing, it's another. If it's like the economy, it's the gas prices, it's the food prices, it's whatever they do for a living or whatever, then they're just totally negative all the time. And they don't participate in anything else on the repeater. They don't chime into the nets. They don't get involved with any of the clubs. Yeah, that's hit or miss with some people, like we talked about earlier on Discord. But they don't do anything. They just get on the repeaters and complain to each other. I mean, they're kind of nice. They'll talk to new people that get on there and kind of push them towards some kind of aspect in the hobby. But other than that, they just complain.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those things. Right now, I got 2 repeaters pulled up, and I got 5.2 simplex pulled up, and you have heard absolutely all the radio traffic that we have going around here normally if it's not a net night. And I'll say this, I'll go back to this big screen here. The repeater, or the one repeater I'm listening to on the mobile, is this one right here. And this one, the outreach on this repeater is probably 40 to 50 miles in every direction. I mean, it's a big repeater. You can talk down there, and you've heard how much traffic we got going on it. Now, given they do have a good morning commute, they do have a good evening commute. The guys going to and from work from 5 to 6 are talking, and there's a group from 6 to 7 that talk. And then on their way home, they have that going too.
Yep. We have the same.
But the repeater that's a mile down the road, the only time there's really any life on this is I said that. Someone heard me talking. So that's that big Grimes repeater that I just pointed out.
Yeah, we're the same way over here. There's like one repeater that has a very good footprint to inside of Delaware and the surrounding states. So we get people from out of state, from Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland. But we have other repeaters in the state that just have died off. There's no one uses them. And the clubs and different groups around here, they try to make them active by doing like repeater tests. They get on there and they see who can hit the repeaters and stuff like that. And they do simplex tests, but that's all they kind of do. They don't expand their horizons with their nets and stuff like that. The only reason why all the nets are now on this one repeater is just because of its footprint. But there is apparently there is an active end meaning it's online and running repeater that's actually Fusion, but it's not connected to anything other than you could use System Fusion to connect to it C4 FM. They have a nice clean digital sound.
I just saw in chat why Kevin's not with us.
Kevin was dancing, or he missed the dancing. He wanted us to do it over again, and I said,
"Not that Kevin."
Oh, which other Kevin?
WQ9F.
Oh, was he in there?
He apparently. I'm gonna look him up. I'm on the spot page now. Apparently, he's out at K1000 right now. Yep. Well, we'll go this one. Yep, there he is. He's currently working FT4. He's at Illinois State Beach.
I think I got him from that park one time, I think. I know he's been there a lot. I remember a lot of his videos were from there.
So there he is. Go work WQ9F. He's on 24 megs, FT4.
Nice.
So there you go. That's why he's not here. He normally makes it in. I knew he probably had the day off. I figured he'd join us, but now we know why he's not here.
Yeah, I'm sure schools in Illinois are off today too, like companies. Cool.
Now we know he's not. Right. Good chat going in there today.
It's been very active. I've been trying to pop into it and catch a few things.
Well, Shooter, he's got a lot of home parks because, Chicago is one of those areas that's loaded.
You're not going to show us the map, are you?
I might pull it up.
I was waiting for you to pull it up.
I'm going there.
You're not going to sing for us, are you, Sammy? Of course not.
I'm pulling it up. So he's out here, K1000. He had 3 other parks really close. I think he actually does. Actually, that is his closest one. Because if I remember right, he's up in this area. But
one thing I've noticed on this map that there's no, like 1 inch equals like 100 miles. The little scale thing that you see at the bottom of the maps.
Yeah.
And this is I learned all this stuff from. Either playing around with the map. Oh, there it is at the top. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Top left. I didn't see that before. All
There,
right.
that equals
Maybe
30K.
I was looking for it. I was like, how far is that? And I was like, all right, it's in kilometers. I guess you could change that in your settings, maybe. But
Yeah.
yeah. I kind of mentioned the thing about the mapping software. I am no programmer by any stretch of the means, but I do understand computer systems and SQL and databases and stuff like that. So I understand that there's different databases, but I don't know how map software as a whole, like Google Maps, Apple Maps, Mapbox, and whatnot, how they have their POIs, points of interest, like state parks, how they input that information in there. Because I know it does vary between the different mapping websites.
Yeah.
But I would actually like to learn that because that is an interesting subject to know about. Just either just broad
Yeah.
knowledge of it or just to get more into it. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's it? Plaza's talking about all the parks near him. But yeah. Now I'm jealous of Kevin now. He's going to take advantage of this nice day. Though I will say I think he's going to get hit with weather in the next couple. So we'll probably see the. He's probably recording a video. We'll probably see this in a year, that video in a year because he's
Yeah, he hasn't put out any videos recently.
he's notorious for putting videos out like 6 months after the fact.
Yeah, I can't do that. I really like to do things, probably because it's my OCD, that in order. So like if I did a video yesterday, I'm gonna release it. That'll be like the next video I release. I won't go back to or go to a video that I filmed today and put that out before that one. I have to do them in release them in chronological order.
Oh yeah, I understand. I'm the same way with my videos. With my shorts though, I've been releasing them at random intervals. Like the short from this Saturday was recorded number 2, but I really wanted I wanted to pick on Jason with the one, so I busted him ahead. And I've got a few more recorded, and I got more to record. I just need to jump the wife or jump the oldest son with them because they're dad jokes, so they can't be in on the joke, and they have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things like, hey, we're going to record one of these shorts, and I'm going to add, and they're like, all right, so then they know why they're on camera. But no, I've got a short. I got one for TO that's ready. I've got one for the smoking ape that's ready. Just picking out the right time. I'm trying to do them on Saturdays, but I've got a lot that I could record, and I could just blanket every day of the week if I really wanted to. But
yeah, the point of interest might come from the people, but I'm talking about the back end. Like,
yeah,
how is that information stored? How does it get inputted? I'm sure users don't say, hey, from here to 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 here is the boundary of X location, like a park or whatever kind of park. But that's what I want to know, how it's all done on the back end. And the limitations of those softwares. I know Parks on the Air's mapping does have some kind of limitations, but I don't know what they are. I know they exist, and we've all seen them. But yeah, that's what I'm more interested in. Not really the POIs themselves, but how that information is stored and displayed. That's what I like to know.
Yeah. It's interesting. I should have the POI pulled up on mine for Big Creek. And speaking of Big Creek State Park, remember everyone, May 6th. I'm going to probably advertise it every week until it happens. May 6th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. There are going to be a lot of people out at Big Creek State Park doing a POTA activation. That is our Iowa statewide POTA activation. It's open to the general public. So if you are an Iowa radio operator and happen to stumble across this live stream before the time, come on out, hang out, get on the air. If you're a tech, we're going to have a couple extras out. There's going to be a couple extras out there. There'll be a ton of generals. We'll have multiple radios.
And you
And
said
if
May,
you need Iowa, you're gonna get it.
you said May 6th.
May 6th.
Do you know what was that week? You know, right?
Hmm.
May the 4th.
Uh,
Revenge of the Sith.
yep.
Or Cinco de Mayo. Tacos. And then your Iowa State POTA party.
Yep.
Cool.
We're doing that. We tried to pick they picked a weekend where we didn't have a bunch of ham fest going on. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Can't go because I'm not from Iowa. You were from Iowa.
You could go. People from out of state do state events all the time.
Right. Plus, I don't think, Plasma actually used to teach right down the road from that state park.
Nice.
Yeah, he was teaching in Ankeny. So he's an Iowan. He just doesn't want to claim us anymore. Can't blame him. Not everyone can be this cool.
They have a thing about people that move out of Delaware. It always draws you back in. I've seen a friend of mine, he moved out and then came back. A lot of people I've seen move out. I see bands that try to get big that get signed and then they come back with their tail between their legs for some reason or another. Or they find out the realities of what the recording industry is like.
Just
they always come back.
For Kevin's information down there, I just put it in the chat, but I'll say it. Big Creek State Park is where we're doing that at May 6th.
Elk Creek? No elks. Got no elks.
They actually do have elk out there.
Well, Big Elk Creek State Park in PA and the Big Elk area in Maryland. I've never seen an elk there.
If you actually want to go to see elk, though, you need to head down to Nelson Smith National Wildlife Refuge.
We got birds out here at our National Wildlife Refuges.
We got bison out at Neil Smith. We got bison and elk. We got a herd of bison and a herd of elk. So I've only seen the elk a couple times because they like to stay along the fence lines. But the bison will come and shut down the road that you can drive on to go right through the middle of the pen.
Do you get to lick the bears at that state park, Plasma? Big Bear Lick State Park.
I mean, I'm sure he would cuddle with one.
They're very friendly.
Bears like to cuddle from the way I understand it.
Or do the bears lick you? Or can you lick the bears?
Well, Jeff, we've got our hour down. That was a quick hour.
Yeah, it was.
Really quick hour. So I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out today. It's been fun. Thank you, Jeff, for being on the stream.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And I don't think we're going to be back next week. Let me double check. I think they're on spring break. Let me double check. I don't want to give you wrong information. Yep. Kids are on spring break, so no stream next Monday. As long as things pan out, though, we might have it on Tuesday. So we're gonna have a different day next week. Just watch the channel for the update. I'll always try to post at least a day the thumbnail and stuff ahead of time a day. So I want to thank you all for watching. And again, I thank Jeff. I thank everyone who hung out and chat. I thank everyone for the 16 likes. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Out of 500 subscribers, we're giving away a ham radio care package, which is right down there. So thank you everyone, and I better find the outro. Otherwise, the stream's just going to go on and on and on and on. We don't want that. All right, everyone. We'll see you.
Sorry, 3, everybody.